What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we're talking about Litecoin today. Nobody requested it. I'm just talking about it because it's been, a little bit less than a week now since the halving day happened, and a lot of you guys comment on it. So I figured we talk about something that has your interest. You know what I mean? So I don't personally hold any Litecoin. I don't know if I plan on owning any. That's not a bad omen. That's not any ill will toward Litecoin at all. I do think that it's going to do great things for this coming bull market. Just to put it in perspective, to go back to what I've said before in my previous videos, I do think that Litecoin breaks its current all-time highs at 420 in this coming cycle, in this bull cycle. And if and when that happens, we are likely going to see prices anywhere from about $935 to $2,600, and that's a big range. But that's where the fib extensions are based on this overall, and we're still in this fib range now. So we did, on the second pass, break above the 618. We got back below it, but we held the 236 here. We're holding the 382. Even if we give out this 382, we can, it's still, in my opinion, overall looking good. So I would expect by the end of this bull rally, we do see something above $900, likely even above $1,000, but at least to the $934 range. And it doesn't have to stop at 2,600. It could go higher, but this to me would be the more predicted range that I would expect. And it wouldn't happen there, actually. It would probably more happen somewhere like this. Yeah, somewhere in this bubble. Quite literally something like that, which I know it seems kind of dramatic right now, but Litecoin has had dramatic moves in its past. It can definitely do that. If we were to take, let's see here, if we were to take this move here from whenever we just started moving up there to where we stopped, the width of it along with the height, this is the move itself. If we were to do that now, from the current price, look at that. We're very close to that bubble and within that time range. So I do think we have a bigger rally than the last rally. I remember saying that in my last video too. I don't think that we bottomed out just yet. I do think we go a little bit lower, and that's where we're going to get into the smaller time frames to look at this. So on a weekly basis, we rejected the purple line up here. We rejected this area. We've shown rejections on it before and come down, and that's totally fine. Our last bear market, to put it in perspective, we actually rejected this area quite similar to how we are now, and let's see, and the RSI even rejected its overbought zone just like it is now right over here. And all we did was we formed a higher low. It's kind of a double bottom actually, but nonetheless a higher low from the bear market lows. So could we be going down right now somewhere around here? Maybe. I don't think so, but I do think that we're going to get set up for another higher low. This could be the low itself, but I don't think so. I do think that we're going to go lower. Where I would expect Litecoin to go would probably be, at a minimum, this 382 at $77, something like that. It could even wick below it. If we were to hold this area, I wouldn't expect this high to get taken out, but I kind of do, or this low, I'm sorry. I kind of do expect this low to be taken out and this low as well, because we were overall in this range. We had a fake out here, and I still don't think that we've like broken out of this range. We're still in it. We had our little fake out to the upside. We rejected it. And I don't think we've seen the full repercussions of this just yet. But maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. But the halving I know just happened, and it didn't promote anything good, right? It happened this week, and this week's down 11.5%. It's definitely bigger than the past few weeks. It's the biggest one that we've had in 4 weeks now. And I don't think that this is necessarily the end of the move. I do think we go lower. Looking at the weekly RSI, we are getting below the 50. We did reject the overbought area kind of. We got up there, but then rejected it just as quickly as it came on. So I do think this has the potential to come lower, maybe not into the oversold zone, but maybe around it, right? As we did, yeah, this was last time, right, over here in price. Come on now. What is going on? Why is it why is it doing this? Come here. All right, let's see. It rejected this area, came down, and it didn't get oversold, but it came near this area. It actually had higher lows in its RSI. At this point, I guess we would form lower lows in the RSI if we were to go down there, but again, I wouldn't expect that we get oversold. On a daily basis, we did reach oversold areas. We actually bounced off of this area. We are kind of in this descending formation, it looks like, almost, right? You can see that, right? As far as the tops go, I don't know. Maybe we're in something like this. I don't know. Maybe we go up from here a little bit, but ultimately I do think that we go lower. If we were to go up, where could we go? Probably, I don't know, anywhere from about $85 to $90, somewhere in that range, around this purple line even, and then go lower from there. But we don't have to. We really could just keep dropping from here. Looking at it from bottom to top, or top to bottom, I mean, we could go above the purple line. That's totally possible. We could go around $92 even at the 382. That's a very common area to reject whenever you want to go lower. We might only go as high as the 236, which is at about $88, and then go lower. And we might do none of that. We might just keep going down. It's hard to say, but actually, I'm kind of in favor of this in the more immediate term time frames, especially with the way the RSI is looking. It is weak right now, but coming up and then going further, that would kind of fit this overall like look that we're seeing right now. So maybe we do get a small pop off of Litecoin here. In the meantime, on the 4 hour, more bullish looking. You've got a higher low showing here. This is bullish divergence where you've got lower lows with higher lows. This actually does look pretty good. You're kind of like moving sideways, not going lower at all. You had your volume building, right, but you didn't really break, like you had your volume building as you're going lower, but you didn't really break out, did you? You went just a little bit lower, and now you're like slowly coming back up. So maybe we do get some kind of bull trap around like $85 to $95, something like that, and then go down. The long-term RSI on the 4 hour is below the 50. Anytime we get above the purple line would be a good time to sell, probably. The purple line is a 123 as well. Looks like on the daily we haven't been respecting this purple line too much, so I wouldn't use that same kind of idea with this. It looks very, very, very disrespected actually. So if we were to go here, I doubt that we reject the 90 area. It wouldn't be surprising if we went up above it a little bit, but all in all, I don't know if this is the low for Litecoin. I personally don't like it as a low. Let's see if this lines up with anything. Kinda, not really. I mean, you broke through the 618 on your first pass. Generally, this kind of price action, and not always, generally, but you rejected the 236, you rejected the 382, you broke straight through the 618. That's not a good look. That definitely implies most of the time that you're going to go between the 1272 to the 1618, if not lower, but somewhere in that range. And that range should sound familiar because at the beginning of the video, I opened up with saying that I think that we're going to see the 618 of this greater range here from bottom to top. And look at that. This white line is just above the 618. This white line here is just below the 0.69. So somewhere in this range. It's the range in between the ranges that I was just looking at that I think we're going to go to. Somewhere in there, more of a fine-tuned range. This is the more broad range. We could go to $53. We could go to $63 because that, again, that fits with this smaller kind of fib scale, right? But ultimately, I would more expect this circle. I know it's a little bit smaller of a range, but that would be, I think this fib range here is more dominant than the smaller one that I just measured. So I hope that makes sense. I know I just jumped between a bunch of numbers and I used the word range a lot there, but that's where this is ultimately where I do think we're going. And maybe not. There is hope at $77. Let's see how we act around there for now. And speaking of for now, in the meantime, I do think that we get set up for a little bit of a move up. The 1 hour RSI actually looks very strong. That would imply that we have, you're kind of in this ascending channel here on the 1 hour. Maybe we get overbought, have a nice move to the upside, and then get ready for some downside, like create a bull trap or something like that, which is pretty common to see. So that's all I got. If you guys liked the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.